And we are back. It is time for aLive against Czech. Will the Code S mainstay Czech be knocked into Code A? Or will the perennial Code A player TSL aLive remain in Code A himself?
I personally do not know. I want to say, from some of the performance we've seen from aLive. Look, aLive is a pretty scary player, but Czech is sort of, when I think of him, I think of him as just a Code S player.
Yeah. Not the top half.
Yeah, I would say the bottom
player.
half, but like he's supposed to be, I think somebody who's constantly in up and down matches.
Yeah.
But then gets back into Code S and has to play somebody like MC. Here's our map lineup: Tal'Dirim, Ultra, Crevasse, and Xel'Naga Caverns. Pretty good map lineup here. All these maps are actually quite different from each other. So
yeah, going to be a very diverse TVZ, I think, Tasis.
Should be. Countdown started. aLive against Czech. Who's going to win? I have no idea. We're going to find out soon. See if our Terran vs. Terran monster, who likes action, is going to be able to take on a player like Czech. He's got a style that's a little bit difficult to describe. He's a little bit difficult to prepare against. It's one of the reasons why he's had the success he has had here in the GSL. Let's see what happens. In the bottom left, we have our player who's already lost to Bjorn. Now's his last chance to get into Code S.
TSL aLive.
Very focused.
And now in the bottom right, Warcraft 3 competitive player turned StarCraft 2 professional gamer.
Take the prime win.
I don't know why I had a hard time saying that. I was like, professional. Refinery, is that Refinery first?
Yeah, it is, Tasteless. That means we're going to see an uber quick factory.
Yeah.
The quickest factory that you can basically get. I'm pretty excited to see what he does with that, whether he wants to do Hellion or he's just rushing to Banshee.
Oh, you know what? It could be Banshee. I think when you're playing against Czech, if I was a coach or a player, the angle I think I would want to take against a player like Czech is you need to do something that's going to make you the dictator of the matchup.
Yeah.
Do not let Czech take control of this matchup because it's
that's actually a very good point because he is stylistic, so he's going to want to play against a pretty standard brand of Terran. So if you do something like, and we've seen it before against Czech, where someone gets a Banshee real quick and it throws him way off.
Yeah, it's a really good way to approach this. I don't know if it's, I think at this point in time, Czech's gotten used to this kind of stuff. I think he's like, oh, he's doing something crazy again, but we'll see.
Czech. Ooh.
Checklist. Oh, I like that.
Oh.
Just need to check off victory here.
He's checking it all, and I'm checking out that sign. I'm writing a check to Tasteless for being so funny, being my friend.
Good.
I have to give him his payment. Thanks for making me look cool.
No problem.
See, I paid him to say that. It is a problem. That's why I have to pay him. And we see an Overlord. We see a drone. We see an SCV. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. They pass each other.
They did. They gave each other that angry stare. Now we have
it is going to be a reactor Hellion build. Check. Will he get a Roach Warren or will he use Spine/Queens?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. This is going to be interesting, though.
Yeah. Some Zerglings going out and looking around. The Roach Warren is on the way, so that's good. You know, when someone goes this fast of factoring reactor Hellions, and you go hatch first, your speed just is not going to be in time to really deal with them. And they're going to be able to get such an amount that your economy is messed up over it. So, ooh, they slip out without the Overlord
didn't see it.
Zergling
could have seen it there. It sort of depends if Czech was watching the minimap at that point in time. It was just a little blip that went by it.
Well, he kind of knows what's going on.
He's in here. He's going to get that drone at least. There's really not a lot of Zerglings. In fact, there's about to be no Zerglings. Queen off the creep for a second. That might allow these Hellions to zip by.
Does not want to lose those. Does nice microsora. Ooh, beautiful. Turning the hurt drone into a spine.
Oh, that was sexy. He can even cancel that later if he wants to.
Oh, tried to make that one into a geyser. Didn't quite work out. Now 4 aliens out. 3 roaches, though, are on the way. 1 sniped.
Now, here's the thing. He needs to avoid the roaches. Roach is very good against Hellions, but Hellions, the quick ones, I'm surprised he's actually attacking that roach there.
I think that was definitely a misclick.
Must have been.
And
all right,
now he's one-shotting some drones. It's pretty scary. Uh-oh.
Oh, man,
Check's
it's
starting to
bad.
lose a lot. And this is actually some really good Hellion control, I have to admit.
Well, they're not dying. I mean, they're taking some hits, but really, they're doing their job. They're taking out drones. 1 Hellion remains. And he does not live to tell the tale. That drone got his revenge when he finally grew up to be a spine crawler.
You killed my friends, but now what? Now it's different. I'm a spine crawler.
My turn now.
Well, 20 drones against 23 SCVs, so that did a great amount of damage. Bunker is up. Siege tanks are going to be constructed as well, just to be super
He might
safe.
want to. Well, I guess he's not going to do. But I was going to say you can actually do a follow this kind of stuff up with a 1-base timing attack.
Yeah.
If you've done the damage, that's why I don't normally see it. Is sometimes it doesn't work, and you're like, uh-oh, well, I've lost. But
by the way, he did kill 10.
Wow.
10 drones. So really nice play there.
I love these features Blizzard's added in so we can really get all the information that's going on in the game. I mean, I don't know, a lot of people that watch GSL never followed StarCraft 1 competitively, but, you know, Artosis and I, we're not just professional gamers at that. We were actually commentators of that, and I can tell you, as a commentator, it is such a relief to have this information here and not have to play a guessing game where I might analyze something incorrectly.
Yeah, you'd have to click around quite a bit to see everything. That's how you got your first nickname, the Storm Observer.
I mean, that was a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the expansion. I think aLive's got to be feeling very confident.
Oh, certainly.
Now that he killed that many drones.
With that expansion up, he's got his tanks in siege mode, so no Baneling shenanigans should really kill him right now.
But, you know, here's the one factor to keep in mind. Czech is somebody who actually, you know, even though he's a Warcraft 3 player, we generally associate good micro with Warcraft 3 player, with Warcraft 3 players, excuse me. This guy has very good macro.
Well, one thing I would like to point out is that he's no longer a Warcraft 3 player. There's really not any StarCraft players. There's no Warcraft players. It's all StarCraft 2 players.
Yeah,
Czech's
basically
been playing for over a year, non-stop. He's probably played more games than anyone in the world. Guy is most certainly, undoubtedly in my mind, a StarCraft 2 player at this point.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. He's truly evolved. And here comes that timing push. Now, what Terran wants to do, he doesn't want to get up on the high ground. He wants to push on the low ground.
Yeah.
It's just north of where a screen is.
It's going to be highly annoying for Czech. Just now starting to bane us, making 6 lings. 6 lings against that. No tasteless. It's not going to work. Don't know why you would ask. You already knew that.
Sorry, I don't know why I asked those silly
Nice
questions.
score. Chasing away that medevac a little bit.
I think he thought a Banshee was going to be the follow-up to this, and it's not.
Yeah, certainly. This is looking just so terrible for Czech. 18 lings on the way.
I'm surprised he actually sent all the drones over there. Did you notice that? At the rock?
Yeah.
That's like doesn't make any sense.
Send him to mine over there. I think right now he's kind of in panic mode. And he should be, rightfully so. He's getting unbelievably far behind at this point. I mean, right now, to be perfectly honest, Tasteless, this push may continue to work, but he should actually just back up and go home. He backs up, goes home.
I think the best move would be to go home.
Back, then
That's
wins.
actually the scariest thing. If you're playing a game that somebody pushes you like this, then they just unsiege and leave and expand again, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you like just can't break them. But as
This is
he's kind of
terrible.
spread out, Czech running around with some lings, some Z-lings.
Some of them Z-lings.
Yeah. We've got
some Zergs.
And Czech trying to do his counterattack. Not going to work out. Just losing the Zerglings, not really doing damage.
Well, looks like he didn't need to turn around.
And again,
I would say expect GG any second. aLive definitely approached Czech in a way that would beat Czech.
Yeah.
He took control of the game. He said, I don't really care what strategy you have planned for mid-game, Czech. We're not going to see mid-game. You're not going to have any drones by then.
And Czech, I mean, he may hold this off, but the damage has been done, Paces, and it can't be undone.
No. And, yeah, expect GG any second. This is just over.
Yeah.
It's over.
His new expansion is third. Still quite a ways from finishing.
GG.
Yeah, that is it. He realizes, okay, there is actually no way to come back. I'm going to have to leave the game. TSL alive, keeping his dream as such.
Yeah. I feel bad for Czech. I mean, it's a tough opponent. The other question, though, is can he actually open up with something kind of weird that Czech's going to have to deal with? I think most of the games we've seen where Terrence leaves Czech alone, he wins. So,
yeah,
that was a good way to approach it.
You let him alone for a little bit, and he does a good job. But you send in some of these really strong rushes early, like the very quick 4 Hellions, some of these quick Banshee rushes, little siege attacks like that. Whenever we see that against Czech, he kind of falls apart a little.
Yeah.
It's like he's always making drones. Stop making drones, make some speed.
He's kind of funny because he's always making drones. And he almost needs
He's like, oh, I only have 2 larvae. He makes 4 lings. It's like, but there's 10 Marines, a medevac, and 3 siege tanks.
He needs to start incorporating strategies that are a little bit more surprising. He's always waiting for his big moment. I think shortly after we get right into the mid-game, like Spire's done. That's like the easiest way to define like mid-game in StarCraft 2 is like, for Terran vs. Zerg is when the Spire completes. So we are exactly in the middle part of most games. But that's when he starts to really pick it up, and I feel like he needs to be doing something really, like, do something like Fruit Dealer, like 6 pool. Just once. Do it, because everybody's going to be watching and be like, I can't go gas first against something like that, I'll lose.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's kind of the quality that he's missing. But this game's already started, so we're going to get right into this. Head-to-head, aLive against Czech. Can Czech come back, or will aLive close us out with a 2-0 victory? I hope we go to a third game, but right now I'm just not entirely sure. I don't know. Our Korean commentators are going to have to wrap this up because we are actually in the game. Okay, here we go. This is the up and down matches here at the GSL.